Thanks for tuning in to Crowdfunding Intelligence radio show and website. I understand that you want to get your message out to the masses to bring more backers and more money to your crowdfunding campaign, and I want to tell you right away up front, we can help you do that. In my 25 years of direct response media and marketing products, I succeeded by pitching them to distributors at media trade shows and online using multimedia presentations. And I've sold hundreds of millions of dollars worth of products as a direct result. Plus, additionally, today, my big fat claim is now that I've interviewed and practically interrogated more crowdfunding campaigners, success stories, and the mega success stories across all portals and in all verticals around the world than any other human being on planet Earth, at least since the Big Bang. I know these are big claims, so here's my short story about it. Through our show interviews, I've learned what makes some campaigns fail and what makes the mega crowdfunding campaigns tick, and I've learned the distinctions between them. I've also discovered and verified that about the only people who claim that quote, content is king, unquote, are the people who own the distribution channels. They know distribution of content is actually king because nobody's going to respond to your content if they don't know about it, right? Content is like your car. Distribution is like the bridge you need to cross to reach the large populations you're looking for and who are looking for you. That's why I've traveled to the top media marketing trade shows over the years to network with the top distributors. Good products have got to be in the hands of top professionals who know how to reach millions of people across the country and worldwide. So what is the fastest way to reach the most people multiple times with the least risk to marketing dollars? Wait for it. Well, I've worked in radio, TV, and online publicity and advertising for years. And folks, radio publicity is by far the best route to the masses and opens the doors to all distribution channels from journalists and bloggers to TV and mega crowdfunding success. As a friend of mine, who I'll introduce to you later, likes to tell people about radio when he's asked, "Are you serious? Isn't radio like a dinosaur?" "Yeah, I guess," Alex answers. "It's old and it's big. Really big." And I'll add, as a radio producer myself, it needs to be fed a lot. Radio needs a lot of guests. So networking with radio producers is the fastest way to get the multimedia exposure you need, especially if you don't already have a huge social media following or you want to enlarge yours. You'll hear one after the next of your peers and these mega money crowdfunding success stories, how they report that they couldn't get the traction they needed with social media alone. Their project only took off using free publicity. So I ask each of them, who specifically were the producers, journalists, and bloggers? What were their names, media, phone numbers, and email addresses? I literally interrogated them about that, and that's why I call this information crowdfunding intelligence. Now you can hear their short summaries about their success right here in their own words on our website. They are reaching millions, tens of millions, and simply changing the world without ever leaving home, and you can do the same thing. I want to give you something important today that you really need to get started. And I want to give it to you free simply because I want to start a relationship with you and because of our ongoing radio program about success stories. Remember my friend I mentioned? His name's Alex, and he has sold over 250,000 books as a direct result of radio interviews using only the top-rated stations. So let me tell you how. Did you know that in America alone, over 200 million captive computers on their way back and forth to work every day? So even with all the new media, including Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, the blogs, and, well, you can fill in the blanks, radio is still the most powerful media on the planet. Here's the 4 reasons why. Number 1, it's free. Number 2, interviews are done by phone, even your smartphone, which means you can do them from anywhere. 3, they have the largest captive audience of any media on earth because radio listeners are stuck for at least an hour a day in their car, on the freeway, listening to radio. Every other media is actually illegal when they're in their cars. So when you're a guest on their favorite show, you own them. 4, most importantly, commuters actually have jobs. I mean, they're driving back and forth to work, right? Which means they actually have an income and money, and that's a lot more than I can say for most social media users. Still, I've compiled a proprietary list of the top journalists and bloggers who were the top money getters for the mega money crowdfunding success stories. So I'm not saying that you should in any way ignore social media. I'm just saying that radio is where the bigger money is. To get started, I just need to learn your current budget because as you can hear from your peers, your current budget can grow and expand quickly from crowdfunding success. So to get started today with our ideal program, I'd recommend our $297 launch on a month-to-month basis or $997 for 4 months, which saves you nearly $200. I look forward to our next conversation.